Welcome to Happy Hour, brought to you by Best Damn Bookkeeping. One of the things from the bookkeeping end of the thing, the business thing, one of the things that I see often, and I help our clients try to measure, is their client acquisition costs or conversion rate or ROI on different marketing sources. And it's always a little bit of a challenge because I generally tell people not to sync their Jobber, their House Call Pro, whatever, with QuickBooks. It jacks up their QuickBooks. 99% of the time, they don't know what to do with it once it gets into QuickBooks, so it screws everything up. So I usually just tell people, don't double handle your data. Keep Jobber and keep QuickBooks cash basis. The downside of that is then all of your sales and lead flow data is in Jobber, and all of your marketing spend data is in QuickBooks. So I have like tracking sheets that I help people with. Does Adhesion Co. help like bring that lead data along with the marketing spend data? Like, can you get data back out of QuickBooks, or do you tend to tell people like push it into QuickBooks, then we can get your acquisition cost and conversion rate data from one place instead of two places? How do you see that playing out?
Yeah, so Jobber had, until about a year ago now, they had a QuickBooks sync, a QuickBooks integration that I wasn't a fan of.
Yeah.
Their new integration, some people don't love, but I think it's smart the way they've configured it. And they've configured it in the sense that it's only a one-way sync. So it's Jobber to QuickBooks only.
Yep.
I think a lot of problems came from people making changes in both systems. And the other thing that I would say is that a lot of problems came from people, candidly, people trying to do the implementation on their own.
Yeah.
When it's set up and it's set up correctly, it works fine, right?
What I see them screw up is in QuickBooks, they don't know to create a deposit record. Like there's another step that has to happen in the QuickBooks side, and they end up duplicating all their sales because Jobber says, hey, here's these sales. And it's the payment records, right, that are accrual basis coming over.
Yeah.
But they don't know they need to match that with the actual deposit. And so they accept they accept the payment. So I've seen people with like, well,
I see what you're saying. Yeah. But that's not necessarily an integration issue. That's a person understanding bookkeeping.
Yeah. Again, the reason I tell people not to do it is because 99% of the time they don't do it. And their data gets so jacked up. I've seen people pay so much in income taxes based on that little thing. Like they didn't, they think they made $400,000 this year. They know they didn't, but QuickBooks says they did because they've got all these duplicated sales.
They double counted revenue. Yeah.
Yep. Which that's like an accounting risk, right? Most business owners didn't get into business because they're like, "Ooh, sweet, let me do some bookkeeping."
Yeah,
right? Nobody said that besides me. I said that, but everybody else just like to do their thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, home service heroes! Thank you guys so much for tuning into our home service happy hour content today. I sure hope you learned a little something, and I sure as heck hope that it was entertaining. If you did find it fun and entertaining, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more cool, fun, entertaining business content. And speaking of which, stay tuned. There's a little more here and a little more right here. Check it out.